chat good, yeah. Uh-oh, there's no chat. Oh, yes, here it is. I couldn't see it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a bright and sunny day. Hey, and we got a happy puppy here. She's all covered up. Yep, all bundled up. Now, if you ever want to get down, you let me know. You don't wiggle like a worm and then fall. Yes, I got my coloring book out. I might color, I might not. So, we don't know. Okay. There's two papers here. Good. Mm. You know what? I wish she made a book with just single-sided. Oh. And it depends what it is. Why? So, can we use markers or fine liners in it? That would be wonderful. A little book. Yeah. Like this one. I'm putting page on both so I can do both pages. And just let you know, it's okay to color while you are listening to the Bible as long as you paid attention. Oh boy. See, elastic there and paper clip there. So I can easily pick which side to color. And there's different things here, so you can do one at a time, huh? Yeah. Are you a good girl? Yeah. You tell everybody you're a good girl last night? So a little barking, but that's understandable. Yeah. You let me sleep. Did she get up to go potty? I don't think so. I really don't think so. So we're gonna just do a Bible reading today, because we haven't done one in a while. And that is, we're gonna finish First Chronicles 22 through 29. Let's start off with prayers, of course. Yeah. She's washing my hand. Yeah, I put the phone on the other, it's flipped the other way. I can see the comments, so if comments do come in. Because I was saying, I might be able to see comments. I put you. I put you. Not yet. Yeah. And this, I'll go up there. My other iPad will go up there. And I just press play. Then I encourage you to get your comic books out to color while you listen. Okay. All right. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us today a daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. Forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for another beautiful day on this beautiful earth. And, and thank you for allowing us to wake up today. Really appreciate it. It's got a weird feeling. My stomach went bubbly, like upset, and just a weird feeling. Oh boy. I'll be making calls today to make sure people are alright, because something's weird happening. Okay. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today. I really appreciate it. And thank you for what you did for us in the past, present, and what you will do for us in the future. And Jehovah, I'm sorry for my sins, and I will do my best to not sin, not do them. But it's hard. I'm sorry for when we fall short. Please continue to help Braxton with his broken arm. And yes, I will fix the spelling of his name. It's just off by one word. One letter. Oh my gosh, I couldn't talk. And continue to help the Bingham family and the Adams family. No jokes about the Adams family. What? Don't look at me. Continue to help Tate. I do not know his condition. She's putting up just really old pictures and not even talking about Tate. So I don't know, and I really do not know how he is. I might actually accidentally call her from private messenger. I'm like, oops, sorry, but how's your son? Continue to help Cindy Lee wherever she is. King Charles, Princess Kate, Jen's friend Shannon, Danielle Fischel, also known as Topanga. All has cancers, different kinds and different stages. Continue to help Celine Dion with her stiff person syndrome. Jenny with her dozens of ailments, not elements, ailments. Christine with her daughter's pregnancy, Tiffany with her sons, Robin Taylor with her family, Miss Deanne and daughters, Arnie, Vicky and family, Carol and the mom. Please help Carol with her pain in the tummy and the side. Let them figure out what is wrong. And please help Izzy. I know, Jehovah, it's not what you approve of, what we call him Izzy. His birth name is Jesse. Please help Jesse with his foot. Please let it start healing and not let Jesse's foot hurt him anymore. Please let someone come to him and help him. Please, Jehovah. He tries his best. So please help him. In Jesus' name, amen. Yes, I said his real name. He's going to be flipping. Is he watching?
Chapter 22. David then said, "This is the house of Jehovah, the true God, and this is an altar for burnt offering for Israel." David then gave orders to bring together the foreign residents who were in the land of Israel, and he assigned them to be stone cutters, to cut and shape stones for building the house of the true God. David also prepared iron in great quantity for nails for the doors of the gates and for clamps, and so much copper that it was beyond weighing, and also cedar timbers without number. For the Sidonians and the Tyrians brought great quantities of cedar timbers to David. And David said, "My son Solomon is young and inexperienced, and the house to be built for Jehovah is to be exceedingly magnificent, so that its fame and beauty will be known in all lands. Therefore, I will make preparation for him." So David prepared materials in great quantity before his death. Moreover, he summoned his son Solomon and instructed him to build a house for Jehovah the God of Israel. David told his son Solomon, "As for me, it was my heart's desire to build a house for the name of Jehovah my God. But Jehovah's word came to me, saying, 'You have shed a great deal of blood, and you have fought great wars. You will not build a house for my name, for you have shed a great deal of blood on the earth before me. Look, you will have a son who will be a man of peace, and I will give him rest from all his enemies who surround him. For Solomon will be his name, and I will grant Israel peace and quiet in his days. He is the one who will build a house for my name. He will become my son, and I will be his father. I will firmly establish the throne of his kingship over Israel forever. Now, my son, may Jehovah be with you, and may you be successful, and build the house of Jehovah your God, just as he has spoken concerning you. Only may Jehovah give you discretion and understanding when he gives you authority over Israel, so that you may keep the law of Jehovah your God. Then you will be successful if you carefully observe the regulations and the judgments that Jehovah ordered Moses to give Israel. Be courageous and strong. Do not be afraid or be terrified. Here I have taken great pains to prepare for Jehovah's house 100,000 talents of gold and 1,000,000 talents of silver, and such great quantities of copper and iron that they cannot be weighed. And I have prepared timbers and stones, but you will add to them. A great number of workmen are with you, stone cutters, stone masons, woodworkers, and all kinds of skilled workers. The gold, silver, copper, and iron are beyond measure. Get up and begin the work, and may Jehovah be with you." David then ordered all the princes of Israel to help his son Solomon. "Is not Jehovah your God with you? And has he not given you rest on every side? For he handed over to me the inhabitants of the land, and the land has been subdued before Jehovah and before his people. Now determine with all your heart and soul to seek Jehovah your God, and start building the sanctuary of Jehovah the true God, in order to bring the ark of the covenant of Jehovah and the holy utensils of the true God to the house built for the name of Jehovah." Chapter 23. When David had grown old and was near the end of his life, he made his son Solomon king over Israel. He then gathered all the princes of Israel, the priests, and the Levites. The Levites, who were 30 years old and up, were numbered. Their number, their head count man by man, was 38,000. Of these, 24,000 served as supervisors over the work of Jehovah's house, And there were 6,000 officers and judges, and there were 4,000 gatekeepers, and 4,000 gave praise to Jehovah on the instruments, about which David said,
I made them for giving praise.
Then David organized them into divisions according to the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Of the Gershonites were Ladan and Shimei. The sons of Ladan were Jehiel the headman, Zetham, and Joel, 3. The sons of Shimei were Shelomoth, Haziel, and Haran, 3. These were the heads of the paternal houses for Ladan. And the sons of Shimei were Jahath, Zina, Jeush, and Beriah. These 4 were the sons of Shimei. Jahath was the head, and Zizah the second. But since Jeush and Beriah did not have many sons, they were counted as one paternal house, with one area of responsibility. The sons of Kohath were Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel, 4. The sons of Amram were Aaron and Moses. But Aaron was permanently set apart to sanctify the most holy, he and his sons, to offer sacrifices before Jehovah, to minister to him, and to pronounce blessings in his name always. As for Moses, the man of the true God, his sons were named among the tribe of the Levites. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eliezer. Of the sons of Gershom, Shebuel was the head. Of the descendants of Eliezer, Rehabiah was the head. Eliezer did not have other sons, but the sons of Rehabiah were very many. Of the sons of Izhar, Shelomith was the head man. The sons of Hebron were Jeriah the head, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, and Jekameam the fourth. The sons of Uzziel were Micah the head, and Ishiah the second. The sons of Merari were Mahli and Mushai. The sons of Mahli were Eleazar and Kish. Eleazar died, but he had no sons, only daughters. So the sons of Kish, their relatives, took them as wives. The sons of Mushai were Mahli, Eder, and Jeremoth, 3. These were the sons of Levi according to their paternal houses, the heads of the paternal houses, by those registered who were counted and listed by their names, and who carried out the work for the service of the house of Jehovah from 20 years old and up. For David had said,
Jehovah the God of Israel has given rest to his people, and he will reside in Jerusalem forever. Also, the Levites will not have to carry the tabernacle or any of its equipment for its service.
For according to the last instructions of David, the Levites from 20 years old and up were numbered. Their function was to assist the sons of Aaron for the service of the house of Jehovah, to be in charge of the courtyards, the dining rooms, the purification of every holy thing, and any work needed for the service of the house of the true God. They assisted with the layer bread, the fine flour for the grain offering, the wafers of unleavened bread, the griddle cakes, the mixed dough, and all measures of quantity and size. They were to stand morning by morning to thank and praise Jehovah, and likewise in the evening. They assisted whenever the burnt sacrifices were offered to Jehovah on the Sabbaths, the new moons, and during the festival seasons, according to the number required by the rules concerning them, doing so regularly before Jehovah. They also took care of their responsibilities toward the tent of meeting, toward the holy place, and toward their brothers, the sons of Aaron, for the service of the house of Jehovah. Chapter 24. Now the divisions of the descendants of Aaron were these. The sons of Aaron were Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. However, Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and they did not have any sons. But Eleazar and Ithamar continued to serve as priests. David, along with Zadok from the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech from the sons of Ithamar, made divisions of them for the office of their service. Since the sons of Eleazar had more headmen than the sons of Ithamar had, They divided them accordingly. The sons of Eleazar had 16 as heads of their paternal houses, and the sons of Ithamar had 8 as heads of their paternal houses. Further, they divided them by lots, the one group along with the other, for there were chiefs of the holy place and chiefs of the true God from both the sons of Eleazar and the sons of Ithamar. Then Shemaiah, the son of Nethanel, the secretary of the Levites, recorded their names before the king, the princes, Zadok the priest, Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and the heads of the paternal houses of the priests and of the Levites, one paternal house being selected for Eleazar, and one being selected for Ithamar. The first lot came out to Jehoiarib, the second to Jedaiah, the third to Harim, the fourth to Seorim, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamin, the seventh to Hakkoz, the eighth to Abijah, the ninth to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jachim, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshebeab, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezir, the 18th to Haphazez, the 19th to Pethahiah, the 20th to Jehezkel, the 21st to Jachin, the 22nd to Gamal, the 23rd to Delaiah, the 24th to Maaziah. These were their offices for their service when they would come into the house of Jehovah, according to the procedure set by their forefather Aaron, just as Jehovah the God of Israel had commanded him. And of the rest of the Levites, of the sons of Amram, there was Shubael. Of the sons of Shubael, Jediah. Of Rehabiah, of the sons of Rehabiah, Ishiah the head. Of the Izharites, Shelomoth. Of the sons of Shelomoth, Jahath. And of the sons of Hebron, Jeriah the head, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, Jekameam the fourth. Of the sons of Uzziel, Micah. Of the sons of Micah, Shamir. The brother of Micah was Ishiah. Of the sons of Ishiah, Zechariah. The sons of Merari were Malai and Mushai. Of the sons of Jaaziah, Beno. The sons of Merari, of Jaaziah, Beno, Shoham, Zachar, and Ibri. Of Malai, Eleazar, who did not have any sons. Of Kish, the sons of Kish, Jerahmeel. And the sons of Mushai were Malai, Eder, and Jeremoth. These were the sons of Levi, by their paternal houses. And they also cast lots, just as their brothers the sons of Aaron did, in the presence of King David, Zadok, Ahimelech, and the heads of the paternal houses of the priests and of the Levites. Regarding the paternal houses, the head one was just as his younger brother. Chapter 25. Further, David and the chiefs of the groups for the service separated some of the sons of Asaph, Heman, and Jeduthun to serve by prophesying with the harps, the stringed instruments, and the cymbals. The list of the official men for this service was, of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, Joseph, Nethaniah, and Asherelah, the sons of Asaph under the direction of Asaph, who prophesied under the direction of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, Zeri, Jeshaiah, Shimei, Hashabiah, and Mattathiah, 6, under the direction of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied with the harp, thanking and praising Jehovah. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bechiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shebuel, Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliathah, Gedaltai, Romamti-Ezer, Joshbekashah, Malothai, Hothir, and Mahazioth. All of these were sons of Heman, a visionary of the king in matters pertaining to the true God, to his glory. Thus the true God gave Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All of these were under the direction of their father for singing at the house of Jehovah, with cymbals, stringed instruments, and harps for the service of the house of the true God. Under the king's direction were Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman. The number of them and their brothers who were trained in song to Jehovah, all experts, was 288. So they cast lots for their duties, the small and the great alike, the expert along with the learner. The first lot to come out belonged to Asaph for Joseph, the second for Gedaliah. He and his brothers and his sons were 12. The third for Zachar, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fourth for Izri, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fifth for Nethaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The sixth for Bechiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The seventh for Jeshareelah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The eighth for Jeshaiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The ninth for Mattaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 10th for Shimei, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 11th for Azarel, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 12th for Hashabiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 13th, Shubael, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 14th, Mattathiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 15th, for Jeremoth, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 16th, for Hananiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 17th, for Joshbekashah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 18th, for Hanani, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 19th, for Malothai, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 20th, for Eliathah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 21st, for Hothir, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 22nd, for Gedaltai, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 23rd, for Mahazioth, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 24th, for Romamtiezer, his sons and his brothers, 12.
Wow.
Chapter 26. The divisions of gatekeepers were as follows. Of the Korahites, Meshelemiah the son of Koreh of the sons of Asaph. And Meshelemiah had sons, Zechariah the firstborn, Jediael the second, Zebediah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Elihoenai the seventh. And Obed-Edom had sons, Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, Sakar the fourth, Nathanael the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, and Peulathai the eighth, for God had blessed him. And to his son Shemaiah there were sons born who were rulers of their paternal house, for they were mighty, capable men. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, Rephael, Obed, and Elzabad. And his brothers Elihu and Semachiah were also capable men. All of these were of the sons of Obed-Edom. They and their sons and their brothers were capable men and qualified for the service, 62 belonging to Obed-Edom. And Meshelemiah had sons and brothers, 18 capable men. And Hosa of the sons of Merari had sons. Shimri was the head, for although he was not the firstborn, his father appointed him as head. Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brothers of Hosa were 13. Of these divisions of the gatekeepers, the headmen had duties just as their brothers did, to minister at the house of Jehovah. So they cast lots, the small and the great alike, by their paternal houses, for the different gates. Then the lot to the east fell to Shelemiah. For Zechariah his son, a discreet advisor, they cast the lots, and his lot came out to the north. Obed-Edom had his to the south, and his sons were assigned the storehouses. Shuppim and Hosa had theirs to the west, near the Shaleketh gate, by the highway that goes up, guard group corresponding to guard group. There were 6 Levites to the east, to the north 4 each day, and to the south 4 each day, and for the storehouses 2 by 2. For the portico to the west there were 4 at the highway and 2 at the portico. These were the divisions of the gatekeepers from the sons of the Korahites and of the Merarites. As regards the Levites, Ahijah was in charge of the treasuries of the house of the true God, and the treasuries of the things made holy. The sons of Ladan, the sons of the Gershonite belonging to Ladan, the heads of the paternal houses belonging to Ladan the Gershonite, Jehieli, and the sons of Jehieli, Zetham and his brother Joel. They were in charge of the treasuries of the house of Jehovah. From the Amramites, the Izharites, the Hebronites, and the Uzzielites, Shebuel, son of Gershom, son of Moses, was a leader in charge of the storehouses. As regards his brothers, of Eliezer there was Rehabiah his son, Jeshaiah his son, Joram his son, Zichri his son, and Shelomoth his son. This Shelomoth and his brothers were in charge of all the treasuries of the things made holy, which King David, the heads of the paternal houses, the chiefs of the thousands and of the hundreds, and the chiefs of the army had made holy. From the wars and from the spoil, they had made things holy to maintain the house of Jehovah. Also all that Samuel the seer, Saul the son of Kish, Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had made holy. Whatever anyone made holy was put in the care of Shelomith and his brothers. Of the Izharites, Kenaniah and his sons were assigned outside administrative duties as officers and as judges over Israel. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brothers, 1,700 capable men, were over the administration of Israel in the region west of the Jordan, for all the work of Jehovah and for the king's service. Of the Hebronites, Jerijah was the head of the Hebronites by line of descent of their paternal house. In the 40th year of David's kingship, they were sought out, and mighty, capable men were found among them in Jazer in Gilead. And his brothers numbered 2,700 capable men, heads of the paternal houses. So King David assigned them over the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of the Manassites, for every matter of the true God and matter of the king. Chapter 27. This is the number of Israelites, the heads of the paternal houses, the chiefs of the thousands and of the hundreds, and their officers who ministered to the king in every matter of the divisions that would come in and go out month by month during all the months of the year. There were 24,000 in each division. Over the first division of the first month was Jeshobeam the son of Zabdiel, and 24,000 were in his division. Of the sons of Perez, he was the head of all the chiefs of the groups assigned to serve during the first month. Over the division of the second month was Dodai the Ahohite with his division, and Mikloth was the leader, and 24,000 were in his division. The chief of the third group assigned to serve during the third month was Benaiah the son of Jehoiada the chief priest, and 24,000 were in his division. This Benaiah was a mighty warrior of the 30, and in charge of the 30, and over his division was his son Ammizabad. The fourth for the fourth month was Asahel, Joab's brother, and his son Zebediah after him, and 24,000 were in his division. The fifth chief for the fifth month was Shamhuth the Israelite, and 24,000 were in his division. The sixth for the sixth month was Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, and 24,000 were in his division. The seventh for the seventh month was Helez the Pelonite of the Ephraimites, and 24,000 were in his division. The eighth for the eighth month was Sibbecai the Hushathite of the Zeraites, and 24,000 were in his division. The ninth for the ninth month was Abiezer the Anathothite of the Benjaminites, and 24,000 were in his division. The 10th for the 10th month was Meharai the Netophathite of the Zeraites, and 24,000 were in his division. The 11th for the 11th month was Benaiah the Pirathonite of the sons of Ephraim, and 24,000 were in his division. The 12th for the 12th month was Heldai the Netophathite of Othniel, and 24,000 were in his division. These were the leaders of the tribes of Israel. Of the Reubenites, Eleazar the son of Zichri was leader. Of the Simeonites, Shephatiah the son of Maacah. Of Levi, Hashabiah the son of Kemuel. Of Aaron, Zadok. Of Judah, Elihu, one of David's brothers. Of Issachar, Omri the son of Michael. Of Zebulun, Ishmaiah the son of Obadiah. Of Naphtali, Jeremoth the son of Azriel. Of the Ephraimites, Hoshea the son of Azaziah. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joel the son of Pedaiah. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh in Gilead, Iddo the son of Zechariah. Of Benjamin, Jaasiel the son of Abner. Of Dan, Azarel the son of Jeroham. These were the princes of the tribes of Israel. David did not count those 20 years of age and under, because Jehovah had promised to make Israel as many as the stars of the heavens. Joab, the son of Zeruiah, had started to take the count, but he did not finish, and God's anger came against Israel because of this, and the number was not entered into the account of the history of the times of King David. Over the treasuries of the king was Asmaveth, the son of Adiel. Jonathan, the son of Uzziah, was over the storehouses in the fields, in the cities, in the villages, and in the towers. Over the field workers who cultivated the soil was Ezri, the son of Caleb. Shimei, the Ramathite, was over the vineyards. Over the produce of the vineyards for the wine supplies was Zabdi, the Shifmite. Over the olive groves and the sycamore trees in the Shephelah was Baal-Hanan, the Gederite. Over the oil supplies was Joash. Over the herds that grazed in Sharon was Shitrai the Sharonite, and Shaphat the son of Adlai was over the herds in the valley plains. Over the camels was Obil the Ishmaelite. Over the donkeys was Jediah the Meronothite. Over the flocks was Jaziz the Hagrite. All of these were the chiefs of King David's property. Jonathan, David's nephew, was an advisor, a man of understanding and a secretary, and Jehiel the son of Hachmoni looked after the king's sons. Ahithophel was an advisor to the king, and Hushai the Archite was the king's friend. After Ahithophel there were Jehoiada the son of Benaiah, and Abiathar, and Joab was chief of the king's army. Chapter 28. David then congregated all the princes of Israel to Jerusalem, the princes of the tribes, the chiefs of the divisions ministering to the king, the chiefs of thousands and the chiefs of hundreds, the chiefs of all the property and livestock of the king and of his sons, together with the court officials and every mighty and capable man. Then King David rose to his feet and said,
Hear me, my brothers and my people. It was my heart's desire to build a house as the resting place for the ark of the covenant of Jehovah, and as the footstool of our God. And I made preparations to build. But the true God told me, You will not build a house for my name, for you are a man of wars, and you have shed blood. However, Jehovah, the God of Israel, chose me out of all the house of my father to become king over Israel forever. For he chose Judah as leader, and of the house of Judah, my father's house, and of my father's sons, I was the one whom he approved to make me king over all Israel. And of all my sons, for Jehovah has given me many sons, he chose my son Solomon to sit on the throne of the kingship of Jehovah over Israel. He said to me, Your son Solomon is the one who will build my house and my courtyards, for I have chosen him as my son, and I will become his father. I will firmly establish his kingship forever, if he resolutely observes my commandments and my judicial decisions, as he is now doing. So I say before the eyes of all Israel, Jehovah's congregation, and in the ears of our God, carefully observe and search for all the commandments of Jehovah your God, so that you may possess the good land and pass it on as a permanent inheritance to your sons after you. And you, Solomon my son, know the God of your father, and serve him with a complete heart and with a delightful soul. For Jehovah searches through all hearts, and he discerns every inclination of the thoughts. If you search for him, he will let himself be found by you. But if you leave him, he will reject you forever. See now, for Jehovah has chosen you to build a house as a sanctuary. Be courageous and go to work.
David then gave to his son Solomon the architectural plan of the porch and of its houses, its storerooms, its roof chambers, its inner rooms, and the house of the propitiatory cover. He gave him the architectural plan of everything that had been conveyed to him through inspiration for the courtyards of Jehovah's house, for all the dining rooms around it, for the treasuries of the house of the true God, and for the treasuries of the things made holy. Also for the divisions of the priests and of the Levites, for all the duties of the service of Jehovah's house, and for all the utensils of the service of Jehovah's house. Also for the weight of the gold for all the utensils for the different services, the weight of all the utensils of silver, and for all the utensils for the different services. Also the weight for the gold lampstands and their gold lamps, the weight of the different lampstands and their lamps, and the weight of the silver lampstands, for each lampstand and its lamps according to its use. Also the weight of the gold for the tables of the layer bread, for each table, as well as the silver for the tables of silver, for the forks, the bowls, the pitchers of pure gold, and the weight of the small gold bowls, for each small bowl, and the weight of the small silver bowls, for each small bowl. He also gave the weight for the refined gold for the incense altar, and for the representation of the chariot, namely the cherubs of gold that spread their wings out and overshadow the ark of the covenant of Jehovah. David said,
The hand of Jehovah was upon me, and he gave me insight to put all the details of the architectural plan in writing.
Then David said to his son Solomon,
Be courageous and strong, and go to work. Do not be afraid or be terrified, for Jehovah God, my God, is with you. He will not desert you or abandon you, but he will be with you until all the work for the service of Jehovah's house is finished. And here are the divisions of the priests and of the Levites for all the service of the house of the true God. You have willing, skilled workers to perform every kind of service, as well as the princes and all the people who will carry out all your instructions.
Chapter 29. King David now said to all the congregation,
My son Solomon, the one whom God has chosen, is young and inexperienced, and the work is great. For it is not a temple for man, but for Jehovah God. And I have spared no effort to prepare for the house of my God, providing the gold for the gold work, the silver.
This is the last one. Wow, that went by quick. If I knew that, I would have waited until,
For the silver work, the copper for the copper work, the iron for the iron work, the timbers for the timber work, onyx stones and stones to be set with mortar, mosaic pebbles, every kind of precious stone, and alabaster stones in great quantity. Moreover, because of my delight in the house of my God, There is also my private treasure of gold and silver that I am giving to the house of my God, in addition to all that I have prepared for the holy house, including 3,000 talents of gold from Ophir and 7,000 talents of refined silver for coating the walls of the houses, the gold for the gold work and the silver for the silver work, and for all the work to be done by the craftsmen. Now, who volunteers to come forward today with a gift in hand for Jehovah?
So the princes of the paternal houses, the princes of the tribes of Israel, the chiefs of thousands and of hundreds, and the chiefs of the business of the king came forward voluntarily. And they gave to the service of the house of the true God 5,000 talents of gold, 10,000 derricks, 10,000 talents of silver, 18,000 talents of copper, and 100,000 talents of iron. Whoever had precious stones gave them to the treasury of the house of Jehovah, under the care of Jehiel the Gershonite. The people rejoiced over making these voluntary offerings, for they made the voluntary offerings to Jehovah with a complete heart, and David the king also rejoiced greatly. Then David praised Jehovah before the eyes of all the congregation. David said,
May you be praised, O Jehovah, the God of Israel, our Father, throughout all eternity. Yours, O Jehovah, are the greatness and the mightiness and the beauty and the splendor and the majesty. For everything in the heavens and on the earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Jehovah. You are the one exalting yourself as head over all. The riches and the glory are from you, and you rule over everything. And in your hand there are power and mightiness, and your hand is able to make great and to give strength to all. And now, O our God, we thank you and praise your beautiful name. And yet, who am I? And who are my people that we should be in a position to make voluntary offerings like this? For everything is from you, and we have given to you what comes from your own hand. For we are foreign residents in your presence, and settlers, just like all our forefathers. For our days on the earth are like a shadow, without hope. O Jehovah our God, all this wealth that we have prepared to build for you a house for your holy name is from your own hand, and it all belongs to you. I well know, O my God, that you examine the heart, and that you take pleasure in integrity. In the uprightness of my heart, I have voluntarily offered all these things, and I am overjoyed to see your people who are present here make voluntary offerings to you. O Jehovah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, our forefathers, keep these inclinations and thoughts in the hearts of your people forever, and direct their hearts to you. And give a complete heart to my son Solomon, so that he may observe your commandments, your reminders, and your regulations, and do all these things, and build the temple for which I have made preparation.
David then said to all the congregation,
Now praise Jehovah your God.
And all the congregation praised Jehovah, the God of their forefathers, and bowed low and prostrated themselves to Jehovah and to the king. And they continued to offer sacrifices to Jehovah and to offer up burnt offerings to Jehovah on the following day. 1,000 young bulls, 1,000 rams, 1,000 male lambs, and their drink offerings. They offered sacrifices in great number for all Israel. They continued eating and drinking before Jehovah on that day with great rejoicing. And for a second time they made Solomon the son of David king, and anointed him before Jehovah as leader, and also Zadok as priest. And Solomon sat on Jehovah's throne as king in place of David his father, and he was successful, and all the Israelites were obedient to him. All the princes, the mighty warriors, and also all the sons of King David submitted themselves to Solomon the king. And Jehovah made Solomon exceedingly great before the eyes of all Israel, and bestowed on him royal majesty such as no king over Israel ever had before. Thus David the son of Jesse reigned over all Israel, and the length of his reign over Israel was 40 years. In Hebron he reigned for 7 years, and in Jerusalem he reigned for 33 years. And he died at a good old age, satisfied with long life, wealth, and glory, and his son Solomon became king in his place. As for the history of King David, from beginning to end, it is written among the words of Samuel the seer, Nathan the prophet, and Gad the visionary, together with all his kingship, his mightiness, and the events of the times involving him and Israel and all the surrounding kingdoms.
And that is it. That is it. And I will talk. I'm gonna have the rest of the day uploaded as soon as I can because she has to go out. And yeah, I encourage you when you listen to the Bible reading, get your coloring books out in color. As long as you listen, it's fine. Now, when I was watching America's Got Talent that one year, the year where Darcy Lynn won, and I colored right through a whole 2 hours. My dad says, maybe you shouldn't color during it. I says, I know. But I know for a fact who was good and who wasn't. But I looked up and it was like a half hour through the show after it. That's the one I was like, wait, what's this show? But I remember hearing a few good singers that day. And that's when I heard Darcy Lynn. My chin hit the floor, and I'm like, she's the winner. And I love you. Love. Don't judge. Love, don't judge, and don't hold a grudge. Peace out.